welcome to Future Prospects. We are not on Skype. We're on Zoom with Marny Florence. Hi, Marny.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, sweetheart. So you came to me on Instagram. This young lady is a host. She is a blogger. And what else do you do, pretty girl?
I'm a dancer, choreographer, Zumba instructor, trip leader. I'm a production assistant and an audience coordinator. I do it all.
I got you to say that. There's a will, there's a way, honey. So welcome to Future Prospects. I am so honored and delighted for you coming on and sharing. And I'm just going to take a snippet of this. You and I met through a posting on Toronto Live. But before we go there, I want you to introduce yourself to the viewers, and then we can go into all that stuff. All right?
Okay, great. Hi, everybody. My name is Marny. I'm so excited to be here. Joy, thank you so much for having me. She said it. I do about everything, and I love everything community and entertainment, and I just try. I have a 6-page resume. I've run around the city, kind of, trying everything, doing everything. I love meeting people. Meeting people is my hobby. Literally, someone asked me my hobby, that's what it is. I just love making connections and, sparking the energy.
All right, sweetheart. Now, how we met, pretty girl, was on Instagram. And you were talking about dating. But I'm going to just kind of tease the audience there because we're dealing with youth. So before we go there, where do you live? Where do you live?
I live in Thornhill.
In Thornhill. All right. So now, how old are you? May I ask you that?
Yeah, I'm 26.
26. Well, you don't look it, honey. You don't look it. Guys, you've got girls and guys, you got to go to her Instagram page. There is some stunning pictures there. But what came to me was when you were talking about dating, when you were talking about getting back into it. So why did you share that on Toronto Life where we met and how you captured? Why was that something that you wanted to share? Like, how did that all come about?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, building me, my brand, my confidence throughout the years, I'm kind of super open. I'm super vulnerable. I'm an open book. You can ask me anything. And I'm into everything media. So my friend came to me and he said, I know you're into, getting your name out there however you can. So he was like, if you want to be part of this article and interviewed for dating during quarantine, then I'll give you the contact. So I was like, cool. I now have Toronto Life on my resume. It's not for dancing, choreographing, and everything like that, but it's still a cool opportunity to share my story and hopefully help others.
Well, honey, you're helping me because I love your enthusiasm. I mean, you're helping tons of youth out there to be themselves and just to be enthusiastic about life. Now, with COVID happening, hon, okay, let's be honest. You're young, you're beautiful, you're doing what you're doing. How is it that you got into what you're doing? And how is it that you're surviving through this new life, this new normal that we got to deal with? How did you get into what you're doing?
Yeah, so I actually studied special event planning at George Brown, and I graduated in 2015, but throughout school, I was kind of doing these, small part-time odd jobs here and there. And when I graduated, I said, let's go part-time, full-time. So I was with 10 brand ambassador companies, 3 background agencies. I was with 5 dance companies, and I was teaching dance at about 3 places. And I was like, get me out there. Let's dive into the world of entertainment. So I've been a professional dancer for 5 years. I've been in MMVAs. I've toured with Cineplex. I've been in music videos, live performances. I was a Toronto rock cheerleader. So I've tried everything. I was in a circus company. I was a magician's assistant. I was kind of like, let's just go and try. And so it's been 5 years that I've been in this industry. And the beginning of this year, I started being an audience coordinator at CTV for the social and for the Maryland Dennis Show. And that was my, next big drive for my next, step in my career. It's a job that combined everything, all my skills, my people skills, my performance skills, my organization, event planning skills, my leadership skills. It was amazing. And so, quarantine hit And I continued teaching. I was choreographing for 4 companies. I continued for a few of them on Zoom. I was teaching Zumba a bit on Zoom. But, you know, bar mitzvahs that I've danced at for 8 years, along with event audience coordinating at CTV, those are so in person, you know, group crowd oriented that those were just dropped for quarantine because you can't have people together in a room. So yeah, during quarantine, I have been, you know, doing a bit more on the influencing side, you know, connecting with brands and just figuring out what's my next move as a entertainment professional. Still figuring things out, but I'm hosting virtually for a few different companies, and I'm still choreographing for a few different companies. So little bits here and there. I got a partnership with the Edgewalk reopened. I got to host a behind the scenes video for them. So, you know, little pieces here and there that I'm trying to rebuild. What can I do when we go back to real life?
Okay, I got to ask you something. Sean, my husband, I love him dearly. And he was watching a couple of the shows and he says, you see how your guests just listen and they look at the show and they present, right? But I now know there's somebody like you that's like me, because you're theatrical with your arms. Like, like you're talking with your arms, you're gesturing. Where did all this, how did all this excitement be? Like, were you always like this? Just an excited young Marny? Like, you're so enthusiastic. Like, my God, electrifying is a word.
Thank you so much. My website says Marny Florence, spark the energy. So I have this zest for life. I've always run with passion. My parents both, you know, do careers that they're so passionate about. I've been a dancer I have 20 years of training. So that kind of, you know, I gained skill, I gained confidence. And jumping into the entertainment world and doing what I've been doing along the way, I've just, you know, grabbed at what I wanted to do. Oh, cool. You do background acting? Can I have that email? Let's try it. Oh, you do that over here? Let's try that. Are you a host over there? Can I join? Like, just always upping what I'm doing. And just people ask me how I get out of bed every morning because I sometimes have 4 hours of sleep because I love what I do.
Wow.
And every day for me is different. Every day I have a different schedule. I'm either doing a photo shoot or I have a meeting or I'm on set, and I love it so much. So that's what me doing what I love doing gets me the zest to get out of bed.
Oh my God. Okay, let me ask you something, because you're so much like our son, Michael. So enthusiastic, so passionate about what they do, but always take on a challenge. So we're going to show some pictures at the break, and then we're going to get into a different conversation. But now, okay, you're passionate. Why is it, okay, when you went to post-secondary, and did you know what you wanted to do? Or, you know what I mean? Like, did you take your passion and insert it in your post-secondary, or did you, like, you know, moving forward? Share that, because that is important for the youth.
Absolutely. So I'm speaking to the youth right now, and I want to share my 26-year-old self of what I've learned is that, you know, from high school, we're kind of in a bubble of thinking, okay, teacher, lawyer, doctor, we kind of just, you know of the basics. So I was kind of like, okay, I'm a dancer, I'll open a dance studio. I didn't know what else was out there. So I went to school for business. I did 1 semester at Ryerson, and I dropped out after 1 semester because I wasn't getting it. I'm not book smart. Actually, neither of my parents are either. So there you go. So went to event planning because I was like, okay, I dance at bar mitzvahs. I'm organized. I'm a people person. I love events. Then I realized I don't want to be an event planner. So I tried it, you know, but then, yeah, just jumping into the world as a professional dancer, then I'm getting out there and I was doing promo. And for example, like background acting, being on set, you're meeting all these people from all walks of life. Hey, what do you do? Hey, what do you do? Hey, what do you do? And you're kind of, oh, I didn't even know that existed. And so being out in the real world and meeting people was the key to, you know, where I am now. Checking off the box. Hi, what do you do? Oh, I'm an accountant. I'm like, okay, in my head, that's not for me. Oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm actually a host for this. Oh, cool. Can I hear more? Like it kind of separated my pull up to, you know, what I wouldn't be good at or what I wouldn't want to do. And I kind of just, post-secondary for me, I'm glad I have a 2-year diploma. But me running around the city, gaining the experience and the connections I did, really got me into the nitty-gritty of understanding the entertainment world. All these different pieces. Somebody's career is audience coordinating. Somebody's career is location scouting for movies. You know, all these careers that we wouldn't even know existed from like a high school, you know, mentality, that there's so much out there that I have hope for everyone to find something they love doing so much that gets them out of bed every morning.
But now, honey, why is that so important to love what you're doing? Why?
Because what else would you want to spend your days doing?
That's right.
Right? I mean, yes, some people don't have hobbies or passions or skills or interests. So they kind of, you know, they go into a 9-to-5 that they're pretty good at, and they, you know, they're like, okay, good, I'm glad the week's over. But look how much time we spend working.
That's right.
Most people, you know, 9-to-5, Monday to Friday, that's more than evenings or weekends sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, I would never want to spend my time on this planet doing things that don't serve me, doing things that I don't want to be doing.
That's right.
So it's so important to love what you do. It's very hard to find, but getting out there, meeting people, networking, hearing about the world, hearing about what's out there is the key.
Oh my God, girl, you know something? My mind's already rolling already on other platforms that I'm executing right now as you and I are talking. And on that note, honey, you know something? You're like, I don't even know how to explain. You're like a gift that I've just opened up, and all these things are coming out, balloons and party things. Like, you are what youth need. On that note, we got to go to break. We're going to come back, guys, with Marny Florence.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Everybody knows not to drink and drive, but some people still think it's okay to take drugs and drive. Police have the authority, the ability, and the tools to determine if drivers are impaired by legal or illegal drugs. And because drug-impaired drivers can pose just as great a risk as drunk drivers, they face the same penalties, like the loss of their driver's license, a criminal record, fines, and more. A message from the RCMP, the Canadian Association of Chiefs of Police, and Arrive Alive, Drive Sober.
It gets you out into the community and you meet so many new people and experience so many new opportunities, and builds my self-esteem and my confidence level. What I've learned here as a new volunteer is different skills that I thought I would never even be interested in learning. I'm Chantal McCush, and I am a Rogers TV volunteer.
Welcome back, guys, with Marny Florence. Oh my God, this girl is awesome. Sweetheart, our wonderful producer, Ron, just showed a picture of yourself with the Megan boys, and you were at the Scotiabank Arena. So I'm going to leave it with you. What was that like? Like, share that, because that's part of your passion, one of your passions, right?
100%. So that picture, actually, I was hosting for Girl Guides of Canada.
Yes.
And so I've been dancing at my bar mitzvah company, Megan Boys Entertainment, for 8 years now. And my, so much of what I do has come from it. Dancing for different companies, teaching Zumba, leading teen tours as a camp counselor, all these audience coordinating. It's all come from Megan Boys, my training and my experience there. So yeah, almost every weekend for 8 years, I've been dancing at bar mitzvahs. I've been flown to Miami, New York, Vancouver, Winnipeg, Calgary. It's been outstanding, this almost 10-year career as a bar mitzvah dancer. So 3 years ago is when, I picked up a microphone for the first time through Megan Boys. And that kind of led me into hosting and doing, the next step in my career. So yeah, I just love sparking the energy, bringing people together, bringing smiles on people's faces. And through my dance training, my dance skill has led into hosting.
You know what kills me about you? Many, many things, but is you're beautiful. And not only on the outside, but the inside shines.
Thank you so much.
But honest to God, it's the truth. I'm not telling you because you're sitting there, honey. It's the honest to God truth. You are absolutely stunning and beautiful. When you talked in the first segment now and listening, and the viewers seeing that picture of you dancing with that amazing group, like you're right in there and they're surrounded by you. You talked about networking, and every single thing you did was networking. That is something they don't teach at school. So can you embrace that? Because to even finish school, Megan, or even insert yourself into society, you got to know how to even shake a hand or look someone in the eye and sell yourself with your whole entire statue. So can you embrace upon that?
I would love to. I've actually thought, it's so funny, I've actually thought of putting together, a confidence building workshop or a network building, how to network, the top keys that I have for success. It's confidence. So it's, yes, you want your insides to shine, to glow.
Yes.
How do you do that? Yes, feeling good on the outside. I make sure I'm put together. I love wearing bright clothing because it brings out my personality, and, doing my makeup and hair properly, or, wearing these type of shoes, whatever, wearing lipstick. Like, there's certain steps to take to feel 100%, to
right.
feel ready to go, hi, I'm Marny, to anyone and everyone.
Wow.
Not there are definitely steps to take if you're not there, but I've been there for the 5 years, and I feel up here. I feel like I'm ready to take on the world because I've worked on myself outside and inside, outside to bring out the inside. So yeah, going up to people and feeling it out, what to say, what not to say, how to say things, not to be too arrogant or too much, and not to not say enough. Like, there's certain ways of communicating to, feel the vibe of what's happening. But look at social media. Social media, I started really my career as a dancer 2015. In the past 5 years, I've run around the city, circus company, this, performing over here, doing this over here, brand ambassador over here. And I collected friends along the way. Hey, what's your Instagram? Hey, what's your Facebook? Hey, and I gained a collection of people, awesome people in Toronto. And so I am so thankful for my network. I really, at some points, I didn't know what my goal was in life. I still kind of figuring it out. So me running around the city, I was kind of confused. Every 6 months I would kind of break down. What am I doing? What am I working towards? But at this point, I've gained a genuine following of awesome Toronto entertainment people. And so, yeah, it's putting your best self out there and expanding.
I love the way you said genuine, because I've gone into your Instagram And honest to God, it wasn't even the numbers that attracted me that you've already done with Instagram. It wasn't the numbers, it was the quality. So when you said genuine, a lot of people, oh, I got 50 million. But you look at half of them, it's like, I wouldn't even have them on my platform. But so why is it now, this is important with young people, addressing social media, marketing yourself, because you want to talk about, you want to hold some classes, which you should do. You should do it. Why is it important to have genuine people embrace your platform with your message?
You know, you want to be genuine, period. You want to just, you know, be authentically you.
Yes.
We don't have time to be somebody else because we are special as individuals.
Wow.
It is so important to, I mean, social media is huge. Some people, oh, I can't do with that. Some people, oh, I'm addicted to it. But you know what? As an entertainer, it's kind of a resume.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's putting your best self out there online. And it's kind of, what do you want to show? You want to show your personality, your skill set, what you've done, you know, all these different things, but you want to stay true to you. You would never, you know, growing up, I know I'm not that old, but, you know, each day I just come into who I am a bit more every single day.
Right.
You know, I straightened my hair for like 10 years and I would, you know, kind of just go with what was going on, but I've pulled out and kind of found my own voice. And Instagram has been a huge platform for me because I am my own entity. I am my own brand. So Marny teaching Zumba, Marny as a host, Marny doing this, it has led to freedom.
Wow, girl. You know something? You're so enthusiastic. You love who you are, which I'm going to ask you that somewhere in this beautiful interview that you're doing. How is it, you know, when you go up to someone and you're talking about yourself or introducing yourself, how is it that you've dealt with just not interested in that right time? How have you dealt with failure, the no? Because a lot of people can't get from A to B because they're afraid of stepping outside the box. So
right. What helps me get through tough times or things that don't work out is there was a reason for that.
Yes.
So a big thing for me was cheerleading. That was a big goal of mine. And I got 6 no's. I got 6 no's in a row from different teams to try and be a professional cheerleader in Toronto.
Right.
I wanted it so badly. I look young, but I've looked even younger. So, you know, I'm 26, but I look maybe 23. But you know, so when I was 23, I looked 19, 7, you know what I mean? So but you know what? I believed in myself and it was a goal of mine that I really wanted. So, you know, I tried to upgrade my look. I kept training as a dancer, my personality, I just tried to up. And it was so meant to be that I was with the Toronto Rock cheerleading team for 2 years. Wow. Nicest girls. We were at the Scotiabank Arena. I got to choreograph my second year. So 10,000 people saw my choreography and, you know, we wore my favorite color and, you know, the rehearsals were close to my house. It just worked out so well that the universe was like, you're not ready for those teams. Yeah. You know, I really, truly believe that what's meant for you will come into your life. And that was a big learning lesson for me of, you know, these teams work for me and this other team suited me times 100. So, you know, when one door closes, another one will open. It's what I'm telling myself during quarantine because, you know, I was on a roll before this, right. And then most of my things just, you know, stopped. So I'm kind of like, okay, what can I do next? Where's the next spot for me to go? So you gotta keep that passion, that spark, that enthusiasm going because you never know what life's going to throw at you, but you got to believe if you don't get something that, you know, you were expecting to get or wanted to get, it wasn't meant for you.
You got it, honey. Who's your mentors, honey? I know this sounds like repeat pizza and I give my viewers this all the time, but it's so true. Who's your mentors, and why is it so important to have mentors within your journey?
It's a good question. My mentors are the two twins who own Megan Boys Entertainment, the two ladies who own Cotton Candy Event Staffing. They are, people in the entertainment world that own extremely successful businesses that I really look up to. And they just, everyone, there's 7 billion people in the world. Everyone's going to live a different life path. But, learning from, different people is what's going to save you from, doing some mistakes. And, they've already done it. So, they'll let you know kind of how to skip that, or, just really to stay motivated, because they don't know where my career is going. I don't know where my career is going, but it's that hope, it's that faith, it's that optimism that is going to prevail.
You've got a lot of faith, don't you? A lot of young people don't use that word. They get intimidated by that word. They think, oh my gosh, she's going to start preaching at me. Whoa. You know what I mean? It's like, why is it important for faith? Because I believe in that a lot.
It's really important to stay positive. And, it's just, you got to keep hope alive that your goals, you're going to get there, or, good things are going to happen to you. The more positive you think, the more positive things are going to happen. If you think negatively, you're going to pull your whole vibration down. Keeping that vibration high, keeping those vibes going is just going to help you jump into great, better, exciting opportunities.
Wow. Sweetie Pie, I wish I could talk for 2 hours, but we're only got an hour, but I know you're going to come back. Guys, keep watching Marny Florence. We'll be right back.
What kind of show do you want to see on Rogers TV? What interests you? Log on to rogerstv.com, fill out a show proposal, and tell us about your segment idea. We want to know what you want to see. Rogers TV, only on Rogers.
At the Imager Studio Tour, we have tremendous crowds. They come up for it, and once they come in, they feel comfortable. Like, I see it, like I know in advance what I'm trying to do with a shot. Lighting and shadowing will make the shot. If it's not there, it's just a one-off. The variety of the landscape. I mean, we have everything here. We have escarpment, we have the beaches, we have the Lake Simcoe, and all those. They give you such a different variety.
After involving Nuha in this program, she feels very confident. Here you have a lot of opportunity.
I learned a lot of stuff, like being kind, and I'm more open-minded.
Welcome back, Future Prospect Zoom with Marny Florence. Marny, great pearls of wisdom you shared. First and second, and now in the third. In the second segment, we showed a picture of cheerleading. Cheerleading. So what was that picture all about there, honey?
Honestly, that picture just describes, I think, my inner self on the outside.
Yes. Okay, that's true. That's true.
I mean, cheerleading was a big piece. I had a 5-year goal that I completed, and I wanted to be a cheerleader for 5 years.
So how did you get through that 5 years? Like 5 years. How did you get through that?
Perseverance and, belief in myself. So, I guess that picture really shows that, like, I made it and I'm so proud of myself. And this is exactly what I was meant to be doing at this moment. I'm not on the team anymore, but, that piece of my life has propelled me and gave me that confidence and that drive to keep going and like, don't stop.
Don't stop, honey. We talked off camera, okay? This is a whole different platform for television, and it's something that everybody's using. But we had a little talk off camera, and your enthusiasm, and I've said this, but I'm going to say it again, is so engaging. It's so nice, as all of my guests, to talk to young people that have a passion for life. And you and I are so much alike. We're not only wearing the same colors, for Pete's sakes, but we're so much alike in sharing enthusiasm. When you talk with young people and they come up to you, and I'm sure a lot of them do ask you, Marny, why is it that you're so happy? Why is it that you're so positive? Do you scare people sometimes? But let's kind of go down there a little bit. Like, I don't mean it in a bad way. You know where I'm going? Because sometimes I'm a little bit, not a little bit, people love me, but it's like, oh my God, how is it that she is the way she is? Do you get asked those questions? Like,
sometimes, people look at my online profile and they say, wow, you look intimidating,
oh, really?
And so sometimes if I meet people in person without them seeing my social media or with them seeing my social media, I really want to, level out with them. Like, I have so much energy, but it's always, listening and getting to know, like, lifting people's spirits, but also hearing them out and, vibing on the same vibe with them. So yeah, sometimes I'm too much, sometimes, but most of the time it's bringing my spark to help others.
Yes. And that's where you talked about throughout the segments, is being genuine, having genuine people that you can collaborate with and join with. Now on Toronto Live, how we met, and I said I have to have her on Future Prospects, you talked about dating. And young people are going to shoot me if I don't talk about that, because let's be honest, you're gorgeous, you're stunning, you're outgoing. You want to get out there. You can't go to a bar. You don't feel safe about it because they don't have music playing on how it is right now. But give us some pearls of nuggets for dating, getting out there, meeting somebody. Like, what did you do?
So before quarantine, I had 7 jobs. I was teaching.
Hold on. How many jobs?
Yeah, 7.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right.
I was choreographing for 4 different companies, and I'm teaching Zumba, and I'm hosting, and I'm dancing, and I was at CTV and influencing stuff. So, I'm at Zumba with who's in my class? Woman. And I'm at CTV. Who comes in the audience? Woman. And I'm dancing at bar mitzvahs with kids, and I'm teaching dance to kids. So before quarantine, I'm around girls. Girl power. I'm ready for it. All about it. I wasn't meeting guys. I'm super busy. My Saturday nights were bar mitzvahs, and my one night off a week, sometimes I'd go on a date from an app and it would just be a waste of my time. So I was at the point where, let me focus on me doing what I want to do with work and seeing friends and spending time with family and, self-growth. So during quarantine was extra interesting. But the apps, like a little bit here and there. I was on a live dating show. And then recently I said to one of my friends, I said, my next goal in life, like I was a cheerleader as one goal, audience coordinator. The next one I was like, I want to be on a reality TV show.
Really?
So my friend was like, okay, I'll keep my eye out. I found this TV show that was launching for the first time, and I'm one of the main stars on it.
Oh my good God. Oh,
it's a dating show.
Oh my God. There's a will, there's a way, honey.
That's right. I manifested it, I guess. Yeah, so 100 people applied. They interviewed 30 and they chose 12. So I have my own episode where I date 3 guys.
And when is this coming out?
September on YouTube.
On YouTube. Oh my God. Are you nervous at all? Oh no, that's a dumb question to ask, you know.
I'm a little nervous.
Oh, you are?
I'm excited.
You're excited. All right. Going back to the app now. Okay, a lot of young people, you shared in the wording there on the Instagram,
yeah.
right? You said that you went out, you had to sit down, meet somebody, going back out there. Can you just share a little bit more on that, on your experiences? Some people get funny about going on an app. You could hear some crazy stories. Like, can you just kind of help the grounds a little bit?
Totally. I mean, apps are free, and it's kind of like we have a bar full of people in our pocket. So,
right.
you know, it's available. It's a big way of meeting people now. Look what my life was. Girls.
Right.
Work,
right.
know, which I love both those things.
Yes. But you want to.
I wasn't out meeting guys in person. So the apps made sense, you know, in that scene. But again, I mean, my pictures are so flashy that it could be intimidating, or, you know, I have a obviously chill, humble, down to earth, different, no makeup side of me that, you know, is me as well. So, but you're not going to put that online. You know, swiping and going on dates is like, it's exhausting because you're swiping, and let's say you're messaging a few people, but it's just words back and forth. And then let's say you have one night off and you try and schedule that, and you go, and it's like, it was just kind of So my thing with my energy, my personality, I really believe, for me, I want to meet somebody in person.
Right.
That's for me. I mean, apps are great. I have tons of friends who've literally been engaged from meeting somebody on an app. It's great. It's awesome. It also singles out the singles. Let's say you're at a bar and you start talking to someone, you're at an event, you're with friends. Let's say you really get into the conversation, and then you find out they have a girlfriend, boyfriend. So you're like, oh, did I just waste my time? Not waste my time, but, you know, the apps filter, these are the singles in your area or in Toronto or this age group you're looking for. So, but you know what? We end up judging on photos. I don't like judging people on appearance. There's been a lot of, you know, good-looking guys. A lot of them are just, you know, just looks, or they're nice, but like, I'm looking for personality, right? So it's interesting with the apps. I've met some great people. I've met some okay people. Overall, not too bad. I've heard some horror stories, but I mean, in-person vibing is what I'm all about.
What's the difference, Marny? What's the difference than being on an app and in person? Is it you can look into their eyes, you can read their body posture more, it's real, like...
Exactly. You feel out their vibe, you feel out their personality. You know, like meeting somebody on an app, it's photos, and then it's just texting, messaging, and then you go on the date, and it's more of like a resume exchange. Hi, what do you do? You know, so meeting somebody in person that you just click with, and you didn't know if that was going to happen, or it's just, you can feel out somebody's personality and filter, you know, it's just my favorite way of meeting somebody. It's so natural, but it's harder that way.
It is harder.
It's, you know, how do you meet somebody? Is it work? Is it at the gym? Is it through friends? So that side is like, you can be hopeful, but then the apps are just like, there's so many singles. So pros and cons to both.
All right, to the gym now. A lot of young people I've noticed around my neighborhood here is that they're running. I've never seen so many young people running. Like, I'm like, where you running? They're running to find a mate. So I get in shape.
Hilarious.
It's true though. They are running their socks off around here. I'm like, hello, you know, so is that a good way? Like, am I having a dream here, or is it true?
I do think that, you know, a common interest and an activity period
Okay.
is such a great way to get to know somebody. So even a first date, doing an activity, you get to see their personality instead of, hi, so I've done this in my life. I work this. It's actually breaking down and getting to know you stronger, and meeting somebody through a running club or this or that is a natural way of an in-person meetup.
Okay, so that sounds pretty good. You see, this is all good for young men and young women because I get asked, me, right, 50 odd years old, and proud of that, by the way, proud of that. But
let's go. Get better with age, that's right.
You know what I mean? And sometimes they think it's all done with, but the nuggets that you're shared with now, is there any, we only got a minute left before we go, but is there any dates that you've liked so far? Just in 1 minute, is there any that you've had?
Yeah, so I've had the
1 minute, Marny, 1 minute.
I've had the 3 blind dates from this now reality dating TV show.
Yes.
And the first guy that I want to date with is awesome. So.
Oh. Oh my God. You can't say his name, of course, yet, right? You can't say.
Right, I can't say anything yet, but it was a blind date for me. They interviewed him, they interviewed me, and he walks on set. You know, it was so rare that in 2020, I didn't meet somebody by screening them first by their pictures. This was boom, and he's awesome. So yeah.
Look at you, my God. God love you, sweetheart. I love you so much. Anyway, guys, stay tuned with more of Marny Florence, Future Prospect Zoo. Right back.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Through United Way, I did a self-esteem course, training for peer support, and now I volunteer. It's a lesson that comes from the nature of doing work with the United Way that gives me a new lease on my life.
I'm Wendell Clark with a word about winning. We all know it takes a team effort in any sport and with any challenge. You can be a part of the winning team that shuts out impaired driving. Whether you're out on the town or just hanging out with friends, drink responsibly. Always have a plan for a safe ride home for yourself, your family, and your friends. You'll be helping to shut out impaired driving.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
Working here as a volunteer is a good way to get to know your community. It's a good way to learn how to work as a part of a team, and it's a good way to meet some really wonderful people. Learned a lot from the other volunteers and from the staff coming through here about production techniques. I'm Ken Grant, and I'm a Rogers TV volunteer.
When you don't have the people there to support you that you know you should, your world kind of like spirals. But United Way has been the biggest change coming into high school. Having the ability to help kids succeed is so important.
Welcome back to Future Prospect Live with Marny Florence. Marny, can you sing? Can you sing?
No, I do it in the car by myself.
I was going to put you on the spot because I can just see you doing a couple of songs. I really can. I can see you doing that, honey. I really can, because if you're doing all those other things, God help you, honey, you can do some songs somewhere down there.
Thank
you know?
You. Even when singing, acting, circus lessons, I've tried it all.
Yeah, because even when COVID is down, and it will be down one day, I can see you doing something in theater, something where you're just, oh my God, I can just see it, right?
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Awareness of your social media brand on, awareness of your brand on social media. Can you give us
talk about it?
Yeah.
Yes. So social media is where all eyes are going right now, you know, especially during quarantine. I've had Instagram for 8 years now, I would say, since 2012 when it started. And building a following, putting out there what you want. I mean, you, as an entertainer, it's so important to show what you do. So for example, me posting the choreography that I've done gets me, okay, Marny does that. Can she do it over here? I'm posting hosting pictures. I'm showing videos, and I'm doing my own choreography videos. I'm posting that I'm an audience coordinator for CTV. That, you know, showing what I love doing gets me to the next level. Oh, in my mind, Marny does that. I'm going to hire her over here to do this. So, for example, audience coordinating, I have a picture, you know, I'm in the headset and everything. And when I asked my friend if I could jump on a movie and be a production assistant, she goes, oh yeah, 100%. You'd be so good because you're already used to the headset. So one job, one experience can take you to the next level. So you want to put out there what you want more of.
Right.
You know, and you also, every 5 pictures, I post an inspirational quote, because I felt like before that it was just my face, my face, my face, my face, my face. But it's deeper than it. I'm deeper than, you know, those things. So it was kind of, I wanted to show my personality, the motivation that I want to put out there to everyone to help is kind of, my page is kind of, hey, I've done this, I do this, you can do it. Get out there. Reach your goals. There are steps to take, you know, get there. So I kind of, my page is about me doing things and inspiring others to do what they want to do. But social media is so important. You know, figure out your brand. Why would people want to follow you if they don't know you? Right? What are you trying to put out there? What can help others? Are you posting free workouts? That's going to, you know, help others and build your brand. Are you putting out, motivational things that people are going to, you know, take from? So it's, for years, I was just, hey, I did this, I'm doing this performance, whatever. But now it's more of, okay, this is my career. How can I inspire and help other people with their own career path, lives, mental state of being, and, you know, everything overall. It's really important to put your best self out there to continue growing and upgrading your life.
Wow, honey, my God. Take notes, folks. Take notes, folks, from the future prospect, Marny Florence. Take notes. Oh my God. You mentioned your parents. I want to ask on that. Your parents, you said, are a lot like you. That's what you said, I think, in the first or the second set. What did your parents do?
So their personalities, I've taken the best part of their personalities and it's become me. My dad is super loud and he's super, you know, one-liners, and he's hilarious and he's so out there and he loves, you know, being with people and everything. And my mom is such a hustler, people person, genuine connector, and a community leader. So my mom is a fitness instructor, and my dad sells the Salka brush, which his dad invented 35 years ago.
Wow. So you got the entrepreneurship, you've got the other side of just being out there, being yourself, loving who you are, and you put it together. And that never intimidated you. Because sometimes as young people, we try to change the hat to format into other platforms and forgetting about the true gifts that we have. But you embraced it and executed it. That was good. That was good. So how is it that you've done that? Like, believe in yourself.
You know, I've had such incredible support. My family, I have 3 siblings, and my parents have always, you know, go for what you want to do. Just, you know, get out there and do it. And they both things that they do each, they've just led with their heart and soul. And, you know, as an adult, I realize I've taken the good, you know, these 2 things about their personalities, and it's just become me. And so, I just, you know, it's the support of go get it. Anything's possible. It's never anything negative or pushed down or you shouldn't do that or never. Where I hear, some other friends like, oh, some of my friends said this. I surround myself with high vibrating people, friends, mentors, network, family, everyone who's just rising and lifting each other up. We all are running together.
Running together. What do you love about yourself when you look in the mirror? I always ask you this on the show. What is it that you love about yourself when you look in the mirror? Because a lot of young people don't love who they are. They compare themselves with social media pictures. They compare themselves with their friends that they see from 2 meters away at a Starbucks coffee shop. Like, what is it that you love about yourself? Because this message is so important.
Is this like physically, emotionally, internally, personality? What is?
Everything. It's looking at the mirror. When you get up in the morning and you look at Marny, a lot of young people get out of their bed, and I'm dealing with it right now with many, many young people. I don't love who I am. I don't look like you, Joy. Da, da, da. I'm like, hello, you are gorgeous. They don't see that. So when you look in the mirror, what is it that you love about Marny Florence?
So I get up and, for years I've been insecure about what I look like without makeup. I was in Alessia Cara's music video, Scars to Your Beautiful. Yesterday, it just hit 100 million views on YouTube.
Really?
Yesterday. Yeah. And I was in that in 2016, and I showed on camera in front of the world, me with, I had short curly hair and my no makeup, I usually have blonde eyelashes, blonde eyebrows, whatever. And versus back then I had hair extensions and I just put on, my stage makeup. So, getting up every morning now, I've come into myself more. I'm more confident overall, but, just loving myself without the colors and the lipstick and the makeup is what really matters. And yeah, maybe putting on a bit of mascara and lipstick helps me just take my mental state to the next level. Like, I'm ready to go. Let's do this. So there's certain steps I know how to take to get myself mentally there. Quarantine, we've been working from home. How do I take, my brain to get ready for that day?
Yes.
I put myself together, right? So I work on my body with nutrition and fitness and my skin and, my hairstyle. I don't know. There's certain steps I've taken to feel 100% and ready to take on the world.
Gotcha, honey. Do you do any self-talk?
Sometimes I do, yeah. I like to do gratitude right before I go to bed and gratitude in the morning, just to get back into who I am and what I'm about. Like, taking a step back, just being grateful for, instead of, being so anxious and nervous and stressed about the small things.
Yes.
It's taking a step back. I'm grateful for my body. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for the roof over my head, the food in our fridge, like taking that step back to be extremely grateful. And I like to do self-talk when I don't wear makeup. Like, look in the mirror and I am powerful. I'm talented. I am strong. I'm worth it.
Wow.
Because, there's a lot of not every day is going to feel outstanding. So,
no.
And that's not an egotistical thing to do. That is building you to feel 100% inside and out.
And why is that important? I want you to really talk to the viewers right now. Marny, this is what you want to do. So what is it? Go for it, girl.
Hi, viewers. How's it going? It is so important to love yourself 100%, and believe in yourself. Like, literally, quarantine, I've been single and unemployed, and that's a big hit for me. They're both so questionable for my future. I don't really have a plan for either. So that's what scares me. But I have to dig deep and know that I'm going to push through and, get through each day the best I can. whether I'm being productive or not, the biggest thing is to stay present and to really just own who you are. If there's certain things you don't like, change them. Take that step. Take that step. Get a haircut. Buy a new wardrobe. Go to the watch your nutrition. If you don't feel 100%, there are steps to take.
Yes, honey.
Then get yourself ready to go, feeling like your fullest, best, authentic self that you want to put and jump into the world with.
Oh my gosh. We got 11, we got 1 minute. Yeah, we're not too much time here. 1 minute, a couple of seconds. What is your next chapter? Real fast. What is your next chapter for your life, girl?
I don't know. I am waiting on a few things to hear back from. And yeah, I'm so happy it's stage 3 because I'm slowly getting in person to choreograph and slowly getting out there for activities and things like that. I'm just thinking of different, more media things I can be doing. So follow me on Instagram. Check out my website. Instagram is @MarnFlo and website is marnyflorence.com. Message me about any questions you have about anything. On my website, you can contact me if you want to work together, host, influencing, choreography, or anything else you want to do. Yeah, so just, feeling out what's next for me, but stay tuned.
Will you come back? Will you come back?
I would love to.
All right. On that note, Marny Florence is coming back, sharing some more inspiration on Future Prospect Zoom. Love you, girl.
Joy, you're amazing. You are amazing.
You too, girl. You too.
Thank you so much.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.